Hello, hello, and welcome to the Rebel Report, the weekly forecast for the week of February 8th, 2021. Thank you for joining me live and, of course, on the replay. Wherever you may be catching this broadcast, let me know you're here so that I can send you some love and answer any questions that you might have about this forecast. So my name is Cindy. I'm a quantum numerologist and wealth activator. What does that even mean? It means I help you to really, first and foremost, understand who you are, understand what you want, and then understand how to get it. And just like we can predict the weather or the stock market, we can also predict the energetic influences that we'll be experiencing in the forward time. So I like to come in and take a look at the Monday through Sunday period, looking at numerology and lunar cycles and doing an intuitive reading to really dive into what the energy is going to be like and how we can leverage that to our advantage as we move into next week. So without further ado, we land into next week on a 6 energy day and end the week in a 3 energy. We are in a 7 energy month that wants movement, that wants freedom, and we're stepping into what that freedom means to us. But it's time for us to live on the edge a little bit and to really lean in and lean into life, lean into faith and trust in the unknown. And in doing so, that allows us to break free of some of the boundaries, some of the limitations that we may have placed upon each other, upon ourselves, upon our entire collective society. So as we land into next week, we're still in Mercury Retrograde, which is in an air sign. And that air sign is making the mental activity heightened. Now, as we move into next week, we also have a new moon in Aquarius, which means more mental activity on a 9 energy day. So that new moon in Aquarius comes in on Thursday in that 9 energy, which is really, the new moon is meant to be about setting intentions, but the 9 energy wants completion. So there's this beautiful package of wrapping up old things and starting new. Now, when we start something new, we're meant to carry intention for some time. We're meant to sit with that intention and fall in love with it. And oftentimes when we get new ideas, we think, oh, I got to take action like right now. But if you're not fully in love with it, if you haven't fully sat with it and allowed it to become a part of your energetic field, it's really hard to have longevity with that idea. So what's happening is we're coming into this 9 energy day with this new moon in Aquarius. There's going to be a lot of ideas. The mind is going to be spinning. There's going to be a lot of things that feel like they're not landing, like it feels a bit scattered, right? So your job next week is to really focus your mind on what you're creating. Bring the mind into the game you're playing, because it really is a game. So no matter what's going on outside of you, invite the mind to focus. Oftentimes we think when we're meditating or we're trying to regulate the nervous system, we think that we need to turn the mind off. I don't know about you, but that's really hard to do, especially in an air sign, Mercury retrograde. So this is an opportunity for you to get your mind on board with where you're going and to focus the attention of your mind. How do you do that? Ask your mind to focus on your heart for 5 minutes and see what happens. And it won't be easy at first. But when you do it, the heart starts speaking to the mind. And the mind goes, oh, we could do that, and we could do that, and we could do that. And the mind starts to play along with the heart's desires. That's really what our intention needs to be for this coming week, is to get that mind on board. So set your intentions, but you don't need a plan. It's not about having a laid out plan step by step. This is how it's going to happen. If you already know how, you're repeating the past, you're not creating something new, you're not living on the edge, and you're not living into faith. So allow the ideas to flow. Create an ideas journal where you're writing them all down. You might not take action on all of them. You might not take action on many of them. But give yourself space to write them all down so that there's a place where they can be stored, so that the mental spinning doesn't just go around and around and around and keep you awake all night, because sleep's important, right? So we're going to notice over the next couple of weeks some air pockets where it feels like everything's trucking along, and then all of a sudden it's like everything goes batshit crazy. Just be aware of it. There's nothing wrong. There's just these little pockets of energy popping up, and they dissipate really quickly. So if you notice that your mind goes into this mental spinning next week, bring it back into the heart. Just bring it back. Get up, walk away from what you're doing, focus on the heart, get outside, play with your animals, whatever you need to do to just shake that energy off. The mind is going to be overly active this week. So it's really important that we find the blend between masculine and feminine. And I don't mean male and female. I mean this energy of the masculine, get shit done, more aggressive, more strength, more moving forward. And the feminine energy of receiving and sitting back and noticing what the emotions in the body are telling us, what we need to be focusing on, and creating that flow between the two, bridging the gap between the masculine and the feminine. So as you're considering what it is that you want to create for long-term sustainability in your business, in your life, wherever it is that you're going, make sure you've got this blend between masculine and feminine, because the mind is going to be very, very active. And if you allow the mind to try to control or take over, it's going to be a little bit painful. So just keep bringing it back to the heart. Bring it back to the heart every single time. So hopefully that lands for you. I'd love to hear how this unfolds for you as we move into next week. Please do reach out, message me, add me as a friend, do whatever you got to do. I want to know and I want to hear from you. So have an amazing, amazing week. I love you. I believe in you, and I see your power. Bye for now.